The film opens as Jiminy Cricket, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, narrates the story's beginning. He starts as a lonely homeless cricket looking for places to stay. Jiminy comes across the home of a widowed woodcarver named Geppetto, Tom Hanks, who lives with his cat Figaro and goldfish Cleo. Geppetto is in the process of carving a small wooden puppet based on his late son, When He Was Here With Me. A man then comes to Geppetto's shop, hoping to buy one of his cuckoo clocks. However, Geppetto finds much sentimental value in it and refuses to sell it. As he finishes the puppet, he decides to name it Pinocchio. Just as Geppetto is getting ready for bed, he makes a wish upon a star. Moments later, a flash of blue light appears and hits the picture of Geppetto's son, bouncing off into the puppet, bringing Pinocchio, Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, to life. Jiminy is surprised and tries talking to Pinocchio, but he only repeats what Jiminy says. The blue fairy, Cynthia Erivo, then enters the house. It uses her magic to undo Pinocchio's strings and give him a more focused speech. She tells Pinocchio that to be a real boy for his father, he must be brave, honest, and selfless, when you wish upon a star. The fairy also fixes Jiminy's clothes and appoints him to be Pinocchio's conscience. Geppetto wakes up and is surprised but elated to see that Pinocchio is alive. Wanting him to have a normal childhood, he sends him off to school with the other children. Jiminy goes to follow and meets a seagull named Sophia, Lorraine Bracco, with whom Geppetto is friendly. She flies Jiminy to look for Pinocchio. Meanwhile, two con artists, Honest John, Keegan-Michael Key, and Gideon, spot Pinocchio. They plan to use him as an attraction for the puppeteer Stromboli, Giuseppe Battiston. They approach the wooden boy and try to convince him to join. Hi diddle dee. Pinocchio almost follows them until Jiminy catches up with them and tells him to do what Geppetto asked of him if he wants to be a real boy. Pinocchio declines their offer and tries to earnestly go to school, only for the cruel headmaster to throw him out because he says that school is only for real children. Honest John and Gideon trap Jiminy in a jar and whisk Pinocchio away with them. Pinocchio joins Stromboli's show and gets ready for his first big performance. He meets a young woman named Fabiana, Kian Lamaya, a former dancer whose career ended after a leg injury. She now performs with her ballerina puppet, Sabina, Chiquita Tail. Pinocchio goes out to perform, I Have Got No Strings, and clumsily falls over, getting his nose stuck in a floorboard until Sabina helps him. Other puppets join him in the show, and the audience loves him. However, Stromboli is abusive and throws Pinocchio into a cage to prevent